Hi everyone, it's Kevin from Real Boring Flips, and today I'm just going to go over a couple of what solds, a couple of new acquisitions, and then I want to touch on a topic that I've been reading about, listening, or seeing on YouTube these last couple of days that feels concerning to me. So first, just a couple of solds. When I go to estate sales, especially ones where a lot of stuff isn't priced, you just pile up a pile for yourself, and then they give you a price. One of the things I often look for are things like this. So it's a kitchen appliance cord. In this case, this one didn't even have a name; it just had a number. So at this particular sale, after I kind of scoured the house for the normal stuff I would pick for, I had seen a couple of HP Hewlett Packard calculator accessories. So in this tiny shop off the side of the house, I found a box of cords, and in there were three more HP AC adapters, which I typically sell for between $40 and $50. So I got three of those, and then I got several of these types of cords. So these would typically go to like electric skillets, that kind of stuff. These aren't big sellers, but when you're able to get them so cheaply because they're just basically part of a pile, I grab them. And you can test these; they're easy to test with a multimeter, just to confirm they work. But in this case, this one looks in very good condition, no cracks. I typically won't sell them if there's cracks to the plastic. But in this case, I took an offer for $7, so I probably had maybe a quarter into this one if you averaged everything out. So that's going out. Another thing that I do look for is vintage computer things, vintage computer software specifically, and if I can get it, sealed vintage software. In this case, I bought a large lot of computer parts, so motherboards, just all kinds of random stuff. But one of the boxes also had several software packages, so this was one of them. And I'm not even sure, yeah, this was a database. So the vintage on this would have been, let's see if it tells me. I'm not even sure if it tells me what. Oh, so this was for NetWare, so network database software. So I was able to get, I think I took an offer for $20. I had it listed for $29. Took an offer for $20. This was such a large lot that I've already since made my money back on this. So this was just an extra bonus. I've sold several of the software packages from that lot, and I have several more to list even. So now this one's going out. So just the two solds. But for me, 2 to 3 sales a day is my target at this point in time. With the amount of time I have to support, to give to this business as a part-timer. When I retire after next year, I'll have more time, but I don't necessarily want to spend more time doing this. I'm hoping to kind of build up enough efficiency that I can still spend the same amount of time but have more sales per day. And that comes down to more sourcing, more listing, and that for me has always equated to more sales. The couple of acquisitions I had, one, I've complained on this channel about my local Goodwill just being completely absent when it comes to finding great things to resell. But I did stop by the other day and on my way home from my day job, and as I kind of hit the electronics, and then I hit the toy aisle. Sometimes I'll look through the records if I can see any records there, and then I'll hit the kind of the tool aisle, and then go to the kitchen aisle. But in this case, I got to the toy aisle, and this jumped out at me. I could tell instantly that it was a vintage Hello Kitty, and on the bottom you can see, don't know if you can see, but 1976 Sanrio. Really nice condition. It is a little dirty. I'll have to clean that up. But the comps on this were kind of interesting because they seem to go from anywhere from $40 to $100. All the same, no difference in condition. So I'm hoping that my $4.40 investment gets me to the higher end. And I will try to clean this up a little bit and get that listed. I've done well with Hello Kitty, vintage Hello Kitty in the past. I was at a rummage sale and bought this lady's entire childhood Hello Kitty collection, and I've done well with that. So always on the lookout. There is a lot of new Hello Kitty, but you can definitely tell when you see something that is vintage. It just has a little bit different look to it, and I was surprised to see this on the tool shelf in my local Goodwill. This other item, this was kind of a funny item because I did a video earlier about these history cards that I got at another rummage sale. A full set of these, there was about 600 of these history cards that you would get a subscription for. So you'd get like 50 cards in the mail every month. And I got those basically free because they were part of a large lot that I think I paid $50 for the large lot. And that was one of the items. So I think I estimated $2 for that. I sold those cards I took an offer for I think $30, and as I was packaging them up, I noticed this was in with the cards, and this is a user manual for a Nintendo NES game. Now, looking at comps, I mean, this is about a $10 item, so this little manual that was stuck in with those cards that I got for $2 equates to a total $40 sale for that item. So that'll be great. Get that listed. I have several NES games that I haven't listed yet, so it probably will be a while before that one goes on to the listings. Another item that I got, probably the most efficient use of my time with my local Goodwill and the conditions that they have there as far as prices go, is to go on Mondays when I can go to $1.99 day. That's when I usually get juicers if they have them, blenders, bread machines. And this last week I was able to get 3 juicers, a bread machine, and I actually went back later that day and I found this Epson scanner, and this is a Epson Perfection V39. So it's completely powered by USB, which is nice because you don't have to chase down a power adapter. This was also, that day was a blue tag sale, so this was $1.99. And the comps on this are about $30 to $40. I haven't tested this yet, but I haven't had any problems with this style of scanner. The small Canon ones can be problematic, but this one looks like it'll probably be fine. So a $2.20 after tax purchase. The other item that I got when I was getting those juicers and bread machine, I have a love-hate relationship. You can kind of see behind me all the VCRs, DVD recorder VCRs, and many of those aren't listed. I have some listed. I'm just trying to not duplicate my listings. I have a love-hate relationship with that because that's really where I started when I got serious as a seller, was focused on that kind of stuff, especially the DVD recorders. I almost never buy these anymore just because I have so many, and this is just a small portion. But in this case, I was able to get, and this is a Sanyo DVD recorder. I have not had great luck with these. It might say Sanyo, it might say Funai. These tend to have problems with the VCR side, the power supply. Even then, you can probably still get about $50 for them if the VCR side is not working. In this case, I watched an entire movie on VHS and then rewound it, fast forward, rewound. But in this case, it was $20, so 22 after tax. But it came with the remote, which I could probably, if I decided that this didn't work and I didn't want to buy it, I could probably return this and just keep the remote. They don't care. The store doesn't care. It's just it would just all go in the same disposal bin. They would just throw the remote away. So in this case, I bought it. I was able to test it. It is working, and I think I actually have the actual box for this model. At one time, I bought one in the box, but the one that was in the box wasn't the model. It was a different model. So I might actually be able to get a little more because I'll be able to put this in the box with the remote. And I think I might even have a copy of the manual for this item. So this could probably get close to $200 in that condition. So for a $22 purchase, that's pretty good for a pickup. Like I said, I almost never buy these anymore. I really only buy them if I can get the remote and that they're a DVD recorder. The Panasonics are much better. I've never really had a problem with the Panasonic, but it's one of those items that I just can't seem to not buy if I see it. And you know, I recently have been using one of these to transfer a bunch of my own personal home movies. And that's really the people that are buying these, is they want to transfer home movies. So there is a desire out there for these, a demand. And I try to make a nice little package. So I'll put some cables, I'll put some blank DVDs, put some blank VHS, put that all together and try to get maximum sale price for those. The last thing I wanted to talk about was just some things that I've seen on YouTube recently. One of the YouTubers I haven't subscribed because their content isn't something that helps me, but I have watched their videos, and it was kind of a stunner to me because they talked about how they're just burned out with YouTube, burned out with eBay, burned out with the other platforms. And it was kind of disheartening to see that one of the things that they were really struggling with was the feedback on YouTube. Now, every one of my videos I ask, please give me some feedback, give me some comments. You know, I'm trying to build this channel. But I guess there's a negative side to that too, because in this case, a lot of the feedback they were mentioning was just negative feedback, not like constructive negative, but we don't like your dog in the video kind of feedback. And so a little disheartening. I mean, it comes with the business, right? I mean, you put yourself on social media, you're going to get responses that may or may not be helpful. In my case, I really appreciate anytime I get feedback. I interact with the comment and try to get as much information passed back and forth. So I really do appreciate that, and hopefully I don't get to a point where I have that kind of negative feedback. But I look forward to interacting on stuff like this. I geek out when it comes to talking about this stuff, talking about what you buy, why you bought it, how you deal with it, how you inventory, how you list, how you package, how you get it moved along. It's really interesting to me, and that's one of the reasons I started this channel, was because I felt like my journey is a little different than most that I see, at least. I'm working a full-time job, I'm going to retire, and I want to do this part-time. Many of the people, including the person that talked about being burned out, they quit their job to do this full-time, and now what? So it really made me think that I don't want to get in the position where I have to say, now what? To me, this is supposed to be fun. It really is fun, especially the picking part. I mean, finding vintage Hello Kitty, that's pretty cool. I mean, you know, I always think about where did that come from? Who donated that? Why did they donate it? I kind of really interested in the human aspect of this business. But to me, it's fun doing this, and I want to make it fun. I want to encourage other people to do it because it's fun. And part of the ways I can do that is to talk about how to do this part-time. This isn't meant to be my source of income. It's meant to be a source of income, but not my source of income, if that makes sense. I'm not living on this money. This money allows me to do things that I'd like to do, but the added pressure of making this my full-time job for the purpose of providing for my family, I think that would be the fun killer if I had to do that. So I'm trying to do this fun, efficient, minimize my time so that I can go enjoy the rest of my day. And I hope you'll come with me and learn about that, and we can talk about that. But that's the whole point of my focus, my channel, is to talk about how to do things that way and maintain the fun side. I don't want to be the YouTuber that gets on and says, I'm quitting, I'm burned out, people are mean, and I don't like this. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my acquisitions and my solds. Let me know what you think of the channel. Please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to build this up. Really hoping to be able to build this up over the next year so that when I do retire, that this can be something that is more focused for me. I'm trying to do a couple of videos a week at least of interesting things that I see or hear or we can talk about. But again, it also, I do want the interaction. So please like, please subscribe, please comment, ask questions. I do watch that stuff and respond. So please do that if you can. Let me know how you think of the channel, if you want to see something different. All great stuff. I won't show you my dog. Probably not. I can tell you that. But anyway, thank you again for joining, and we'll see you next time.